Hey y'all, hey. Welcome back to Cosmic Kiss. Hope that everybody's in a positive space, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I hope that everybody is showing up as their best self first for yourself. And as a byproduct, you're showing up like the star that you are for everyone else. You understand? It's been a minute. And as much as I keep trying to be routine and on point and have a schedule for this, life just life. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to take these as life as life deals them to us. I'm going to give these readings as life gives them to us and gives them to me. Okay, so we got some hangman energy falling out. As I was talking, I was kind of thinking about, well, what is the message about today? And clearly the overall theme, the overarching theme is going to be the hangman energy. The hangman energy is one of a self-imposed pause, but oftentimes it's perceived as a self-imposed pause, but sometimes it's perceived as kind of inflicted on us by outer forces or forces outside of ourselves. This also just fell, and that also fell. Matter of fact, I'm going to put these back in because I want to actually shuffle this deck. But it's often self-imposed. It's self-imposed, and self-imposed in the fact that one can free themselves. Like the hangman's not hung up by a chain with a lock and no key. The hangman is suspended by one foot, in a manner where they can free themselves, but in essence they either choosing not to, or by circumstances, because maybe they're viewing the circumstances from a said perspective, or maybe that's it, the interpretation behind it. Viewing the situation from an upside down point of view. And what I've recently learned in some occult studies, the upside down is the spirit. So trying to perceive a physical problem with a spiritual eye can often cause a little stagnation if you're unable to connect the two, or to realize what you're looking at is either spiritual and needs a spiritual remedy, or it's physical and needs a physical remedy, or once there's a spiritual remedy, that there's a physical remedy for said situation. Alrighty, so what else would you all like to benevolent ancestors and spirit? Oh, okay, that's a lot. All of it then. Okay, so I know you heard me shuffling, but these four fell out. This kind of fell over to the side on my thumb, and these kind of fell out, flipped over on the stack. All right, so I'm going to spread them like this. So we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Son of Baskets, and we have the Chariot. All right, so in regards to this hangman situation, or the situation, and what I'm getting back to what I was saying about a spiritual remedy and a physical remedy. What I'm feeling like this hangman situation, the remedy for it, though it may be physical in problem, or physical in stagnation, or physical in stalling and no movement, the remedy is that of one that's spiritual. Okay? And ironically, as I'm talking about that, the Hierophant comes out, and the Hierophant being a spiritual teacher. Okay, the Hierophant takes what the High Priestess, or the Hierophant is the evolution of the High Priestess. Of the High Priestess calls down this energy, channels this energy from the spirit, brings in this energy, but the Hierophant then conceptualizes these spiritual messages to then teach, either teaching others, teaching yourself through reflection. But whatever this hangman situation is, whatever spiritual downloads you all get or have gotten, is going to lead you to this Eight of Wands, like some fast. It's going to lead you to this Eight of Wand energy. So once you conceptualize whatever this spiritual remedy is, or spiritual message is from this hangman situation, there's going to be some quick movement, like quick movement. And we got another card indicating motion, which is the Chariot. Alrighty, and then we have the six. I said son of baskets. Excuse me. It's the six of baskets, and the six of baskets is the cups. So this has to do with children, something nostalgic from your childhood. Use another deck. All right, say less, say less, say less. What? Because I just heard use another deck. All right, so something from your childhood. Can I get some clarity with this other decks? Give me a second, y'all. Let me pull out this. We're gonna use the other Orisha since that's my other tarot. I miss my other tarot cards that are like my traditional tarot cards. I miss them. I miss them so much, but it's all good. All right, so for the six of baskets, can we get some clarity on this six of baskets? So the spiritual remedy for a physical problem. Once you conceptualize this message, it's going to be some fast movement. All right. All right, the six of baskets. Can I get some more information about the six of baskets? Any more information about the six of baskets? Oh, look what comes out of the other deck. The Hangman again, and ooh, I love this card. The Four of Fire, okay? The Four of Fire or the Four of Wands, okay? Ooh, the Four of Wands, okay. And that's interesting because in the cards that I put down initially that I said I was going to take and shuffle back, one was the Four of Wands as well. So if this is nostalgia and we have the Hangman situation, maybe this spiritual remedy has to do with something from your childhood, something that you need to make peace with, something that you need to... Ironically, I was listening to a podcast talking about just the work and just freeing up your chakras, but more so dealing with your traumas as you delve deeper into your spiritual practice, releasing fear, releasing and making peace with regret, releasing and making peace with guilt, releasing and making peace with I was about to say self-pity, but I heard self-loathing, self-victimization, releasing and making peace with everything that doesn't empower you to operate in your highest self, in your God self, in your affirmed self, you know. I'm sorry, I put this down where y'all couldn't see it, sorry. So I like the Four of Fire because the Four of Fire, traditionally, I always think of for support, foundation. But then when you're going to the water, they got this family going to the water. This is ancestral work. So maybe this spiritual issue that you're dealing with, we talk a lot about generational curses. I'm getting the fact that whatever you're overcoming or whatever this situation, this Hangman situation is that has a spiritual remedy. Sorry about that. It's something that you're overcoming because it's in your bloodline, because it's in your ancestry, but you're also getting spiritual assistance in that. And at the bottom of the Four of Fire card, you got Jupiter, the symbol for Jupiter, abundance. Again, whatever you free yourself from, I feel... Whatever this is giving shadow work, a need for shadow work, but this shadow work is ancestral shadow work. This shadow work is, and I guess the reason they're bringing this up is because it's making me think of something I say, like, you know, yeah, you'd be dealing with, you know, whatever you think you're going through because of things you accumulated in this lifetime, but certain things are with you because it's in your bloodline and it's from your family. Like, you think you're fighting your own demons, but you're fighting the demons of your mothers, and your fathers, and so on. You're not just fighting something that, oh, I made bad decisions and this is a vice that I have in this lifetime. Okay, this kind of popped out. A vice in this lifetime. And that this vice is, you know, just yours to battle alone. It's almost like you didn't acquire this demon on your own, so you don't have to battle this demon on your own. But the battle needs to the battle needs to happen so that you can move forward. And maybe this demon. And I'm using demon for not necessarily lack of better terms for the sake of following just the rhetoric that I just used. Maybe this demon, maybe this vice, maybe this shadow that you have to deal with, it deals with something that happened during your childhood. Okay? And like I say, you had another card for motion, the Cancer. I was about to say the Cancerian, but the Chariot stands for Cancer. Cancer also represents the mother. Maybe this is a mother wound that someone's needing to deal with. Maybe this is the mother wound that someone is needing to deal with. That would make a lot of sense. Okay. In Cancer season, this Cancer season may have been important to releasing that mother wound. Maybe some work that you've been doing in this season, because you got Taurus here as well. Maybe the work that you've been doing, I know a lot of people have been crying a lot and just really purging a lot during Cancer season. And being that the full moon was just in Capricorn, which is Cancer's sister sign, but it was also the introduction to Leo season. And Leo represents the child, as in this card here. Yeah. Whatever you guys have been dealing with, whatever you've been purging and have been purging and are currently purging, it is going to help your inner child shine, and thus you shine as an adult or as a young adult, whichever one you may be. Okay. And like I said, this when I was explaining this about you didn't acquire these demons and vices on your own, so you don't have to fight them on your own. Maybe that's been the mental imprisonment here, because that's what I get from this card, the Eight of Wands, Eight of Air, Eight of Swords. A caged bird, but all the doors are open, meaning it's free to fly, but it's caged itself. And maybe you've caged yourself because of said vices, not knowing that you had help, not knowing that those weren't yours to bear alone, but those weren't yours that you acquired alone. But whatever work you've been doing, can I get some more? Okay, I'm using up the original deck, sorry. Can I get some more on this? So we got forward movement with some healing. Yeah, forward movement with healing, which seems to be, quite frankly, to me, self-explanatory. And that's a part of the reason why I don't like to do tarot reads all the time, because some of the energy is very redundant. And it's like between messages, you got work to do. So listening to readings or doing readings every day with redundant energy is like, now when do we have time to basically become the Hierophant and take what we just received in spirit and put it into actual factual motion? All right, and so we have the Mother of Baskets, so the Queen of Cups. The Mother of Basket. Okay, somebody is that your ancestors are handing you a torch. Your ancestors are handing you a torch for completing this task, and it may have been a series of tasks lumped into one big task of dealing with childhood, traumas that were inflicted during childhood or experienced during childhood, so to say, that have been literally keeping you in prison, stagnant, or perceived to be stagnant because the remedy was spiritual, needing to sit down, like I said, with the vices of not just your vices, but the vices of your foremothers and your forefathers. You're being handed a torch. You're nurturing, you're caring, you're intuitive. But this card right here, in particular with this deck, she has a baby strapped on her back, and she's at the apothecary. Basically, she's skilled in apothecary, meaning she has a skill to heal and nurture herself and her family, thus her nation. But as a mother in a community of mothers or community of women, we often take what we know back to our community. So not just our nuclear community, but our external community, our extended community, And then we have the Death card. Alrighty. So like I said, you're being handed a torch. You are being passed a torch by your ancestors to step into this almost matriarchal. So I don't know if I'm talking to a feminine, divine feminine, and it's not gender specific. Okay. Because I know some very maternal men, or males, so to say. But this is, I heard bloodline replenished and the bloodline renewed. A bloodline replenished and the bloodline renewed. Something is coming to an end. That is coming to an end. Whatever was causing this stagnation, whatever work you've been doing to step into this Hierophant energy, like I said, it's going to cause fast movement, but this is coming to a complete end. Somebody closed out a cycle, and I'm hearing 1010, so I don't know if 1010 is specific to anybody. And 9, because 9 is actually the true end of a cycle, and 10 is the beginning / standing in the dust. 9 is the destruction, like that we're literally bearing witness to the destruction or the crumbling at that point. Is there anything else y'all got? Anything else we got? This is very, to me, self-explanatory, but because a lot of us are going through some things. Okay, these two. Alrighty, we've got the World card and the daughter of coins, excuse me. And so, again, another sign of a cycle, the World card. Alrighty. You have all tools, all elements at your disposal now that this new beginning is getting ready to happen. You have so many elements at your fingertips to begin new. But you're not beginning from scratch. You're beginning from even the painful things that you have had to overcome. But because you're going to be looking at these painful things or these traumas and things that you've worked through with a new perspective, they won't hold as much weight. They won't stagnate you as much, but more so motivate you, encourage you, guide you, help be a means for discernment in the new world that you're getting ready to create, having stepped through this pain. All right, so the daughter of coins. I like this card because the interpretation of a daughter of coins gives me it's making me think of what the book says about this. She's beautiful, she's poised, she has on a dress, and she's got her white mare that she's getting ready to ride or has ridden, but she knows that there's a possibility that she'll fall off this horse. She knows there's a possibility that she can get dirty, but she's fearless in going forth. And coins, of course, it's pentacles, but pentacles I'm reading as values. So as you go forth, new values intertwine with old values. Beautiful. That's beautiful. I like how they said that new values will be intertwined with old values. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, well, I feel like that is the message. An oracle card? Well, which oracle card then? Okay. As I get ready to shut it down, because it's like it's a subtle and soft conversation that's being had. Like, it's just whispers. You just one more. No, just do this. Real soft and subtle. Hold on. Let me get you guys together. Alrighty, so we have a closing message. What is a closing message for the collective? I know this is loud. Sorry, y'all. Ooh. Alright, what's the closing? Oh, that was the card. My bad. They were like, that was it. Abundance. Ooh. Come on, y'all. Abundance, okay? And like I said, values. Abundance and values. Okay, because values end up equating to coins in the physical and your ability to take care of yourself. And it's number 13. So I don't know if 13 is important to somebody. I know that we have 13 moon cycles. Okay. 13 moon cycles. That's what's coming to mind when I see the number 13. But 13 and 4 could be insignificant to someone. All right. It says abundance takes on many forms: materials, possessions, friendships, excellent health, emotional stability, unique experiences. When you lock yourself into a narrow view on what defines abundance, you lose out on the whole picture of what it could mean. Open yourself up to as many forms of wealth and abundance that are possible and watch your blessings multiply. Always remember that focusing on what you do not have is a surefire way to feed that energy and make that your truth. Every day, watch for signs of abundance from the universe. Acknowledge and be thankful, thus encouraging the continued flow of energy. Remember, the universe will always provide you with what you need. Now, ain't that beautiful? All right, y'all. I'm going to let that there, and I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, rest of your evening, wherever you are. All right, and in the meantime, in between time, stay sweet, and y'all be good.